And we are back here on the GSMC Sports Podcast. And for the fourth part of the show, we are now going to rank the top 5 teams in Major League Baseball so far. And it is very tough. I will tell you, the vast majority of the teams that I was looking at, well, we talked about the NL West yesterday, and 3 NL West teams will be included. But, I mean, you look at the National League compared to the American League, I mean, there's really only one team that I would put in the top 5, and I'd probably put them at 5, and that's the Texas Rangers. Texas Rangers right now are 9-4, but they have a negative run differential. They're -8 right now. But they are in first place. Like I said, they're 9-4, and you got a complete game, I think, out of Nathan Eovaldi recently, and Jacob deGrom. In 2 starts this season, he's pitching to a 3.38 ERA. So it's good. It's good that deGrom is back and healthy. But that's right now. And actually, the Angels have gotten off to a surprising start. They're 8-4, but I don't think that's going to last. But they have a +9 run differential. So, but yeah, I you know what? I'm going to put at least one American League team in the top 5, and right now I would put the Texas Rangers at 5. They have a very good lineup, of course. They got Josh Young back recently because he was on the IL. Let's see. Let's look at some. So Adolis Garcia has gotten off to a rough start. He's batting 190. He's got 2 homers and 5 RBIs, 682 OPS. I mean, ever since that World Series run, I mean, he's been a disappointment. I don't know what happened to him. Like I said, Josh Young has come back. Right now in 15 at-bats, he's batting .467, no homers, 3 RBIs. He's got a 1,200 OPS. Corey Seager, he's got 3 homers on the year. He's only batting .220. So hopefully, he gets it going more. Marcus Semien, he's only batting .122 on the year. He's got 1 homer and 5 RBIs. But look, I mean, the Rangers, they got Bruce Bochy, right? And, I like their pitching staff. Yeah, a lot of these batting averages. I mean, Jake Burger's batting 119. But I think this team is also built on good pitching, right? With deGrom, with Eovaldi. So, I mean, look, they're in a good spot right now. They're 9-4. But, you'd like to see some of these other hitters step up a little bit and get this lineup going. All right, so now we're at number 4, and again, it's tough. It's tough right now. Like I said, I put the Rangers at 5. The Phillies and the Mets are both tied at 8-4. They both have the same run differential. The Mets, I think what's been very impressive about them is that they are doing this with a rotation that, is suspect going into the year. But their pitching has done well. Their bullpen especially. And I said going into the year that their bullpen was going to be much improved. Because that's something that's kind of been their Achilles heel in recent years. And obviously they did add, Juan Soto. But, the lineup's been okay. Pete Alonso's gotten off to a very good start. Soto's been good. Lindor, he usually starts off slow. But look, they're 8-4 right now. The Phillies also are 8-4. Right now looking at, some of the guys in their lineup, Bryce Harper's gotten off to a decent start. He's got an 844 OPS, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. Nick Castellanos, he's got an 800 OPS. Schwarber, he's actually done very well. 6 homers, 12 RBIs on the year. He's got an 1100 OPS. So, big guys in their lineup have been doing well. Trey Turner, looking at what he's done, 1 homer and 2 RBIs. So, yeah, I mean, it's just tough. I mean, I don't really. I mean, I don't really know who to put in this lineup. I mean, I don't really. I mean, I don't really know who to put in this lineup. I mean, it's just tough. I mean, it's just tough. I mean, who do I mean? I don't really. I mean, it's just tough. I mean, who do I mean? I don't really. I'm going to put the Mets at 4. I'll put the Mets at 4. Just because with what they've been able to do with their rotation, Clay Holmes had 10 strikeouts the other day. Griffin Canning has done well for them. They're doing this without Manaea and Frankie Montas, which I really didn't think he was going to be a factor. David Peterson's also gotten off to a good start, I believe. I think he pitched. When did he pitch the other day? He pitched on. I think he pitched on Tuesday. No. What about Monday? Senga pitched on Monday. He pitched well. He's 1-1 with a 1.8 ERA. So that's good. And look, if they can get Manaea back, but Manaea's kind of dealing with the his injury, and who knows how much of a factor he's going to play this year, when he's going to come back. But yeah, Mets are playing well, so I put them at 4. All right, so I did say 3 NL West teams. I think I might change that and only put 2, because I do have to put the Cubs somewhere. The Cubs I'm putting at 3. The Cubs have the best run differential in the majors. They have really turned it up since they played the Dodgers. Kyle Tucker, obviously, bringing him over. I mean, he's an upgrade over Cody Bellinger. Right now, Kyle Tucker on the season, he's batting .322, 5 homers, and 16 RBIs. He has 1,100 OPS. He has been quite the pickup for them. And then also Seiya Suzuki. Seiya Suzuki is having a good year. 4 homers, 15 RBIs, a 970 OPS, 300 batting average. Nico Horner, he's looked good. He's batting over 300. Looking at Ian Happ's numbers, he's got 1 homer and 8 RBIs, 203 batting average, not great. And they got a big series tonight, going up against starting tonight against the Dodgers. Matthew Boyd, he starts tonight. He's 1-0, 0 ERA. They'll be facing Yamamoto, Sasaki, and Glasnow. But the Cubs offense been picking it up. I mean, also the run differential's kind of been inflated just because of they scored 20 runs against the A's recently, but right now they're first place in the Central, so I got to give them that respect. So at number 2, I got the Padres, of course. Their run differential is plus 14. They're 10-3 right now. They're in first place in the West. Their bullpen has looked good. Obviously, their lineup is deep. They're missing some guys, but, when everybody's healthy, their lineup is very good. And I think that's the Dodgers' biggest competition in the West, is the Padres. So, I'm giving them the number 2 spot there. And then at number 1, of course, is the Dodgers. The Dodgers, right now, they're a half game back, dealing with some injuries right now, but they're going to get things right. And, they're good. They got the depth that they could deal with this. Freddie Freeman, of course, is on the IL, but you figure he's going to come back. But you still have Shohei Ohtani. You still got Mookie Betts, Teoscar Hernandez, Max Muncy. I mean, they're a machine. They're a wagon. Anthony in the chat, what's going on? He says, I'm happy my Marlins are playing this well, but I don't think this lasts. I think this is more of an aberration. I think by the deadline we're going to be under 500. Yeah, give the Marlins credit. They're 6-6, and I got to be honest, Anthony, when I took a look at that opening day lineup, I really couldn't name a single person in the lineup. I couldn't. Because that's just how much change has happened with that team. Now, obviously, I know Sandy Alcantara, but, hey, they're 6-6 right now. But they did lose the series to the Mets. I don't think it is going to last. They're going to come back down to earth. And by that, they're going to be under 500. And Sandy Alcantara is going to get traded at the deadline. He said, I thought the Dodgers were number 1 in the West. San Diego, because a lot of people have the Dodgers number 1. Yeah, right now the Dodgers are a half game back of the Padres. So they're not in first place right now, but to me, they're still the best team. And he also said a lot of people say they're the favorites to get Sandy from Miami. I really hope not. But, if the Dodgers can do it. They can. But You get Sandy Alcantara, you got Blake Snell, you got Tyler Glasnow, Otani's going to come back, you got Yamamoto, you got Sasaki. I mean, how many starters do you need? Dustin May, who made starts. Like, where is he going to fit? Unless you're going to trade, Dustin May. Like, I don't, like, you don't need him. You don't need him. But if they want to trade for him, they can, because they have the ability to. But, yeah, so to kind of go through my power rankings again, I had the Rangers at 5. I had the Mets at 4. Cubs at 3. Padres at 2. Dodgers at 1. All right, so I didn't have the Phillies. I didn't have the Giants. Now, I'm going to get to see the Giants up close and personal tonight when they take on the Yankees in this series. And the Giants' pitching has been very well. Their pitching is in ERA is number 2. Last time I checked. But it's very hard. It's hard. And I also wanted to try to include an American League team, but it just goes to show you, the National League is superior to the American League this year. It really is. And there are some good teams in the American League. Like the Rangers are good. I think the Tigers are a good team. The Guardians are always good. The Royals right now, they're over 500. They're 7-6. You got the Yankees, right? The Red Sox, I think, are good. There are good teams, but when you compare it to the National League, it's not comparable. The National League is better. National League is deeper, and looking at the National League East, the Braves right now are 3-9. So that National League East pick is not looking good so far. Anthony also says in the chat, if they get Sandy, the Dodgers, of course, I think he's number 1 behind Yamamoto. Then it's Glasnow. Then it's Shohei, then it's Snell. Then it's Otani, and I think Dustin May goes to the bullpen. You could convert some of these guys into relievers, because then, hey, Dustin May's in the bullpen. He can come in and he could pitch, 5 innings. So, yeah. But that's my power rankings, top 5. Don't feel great about it, but I wanted to give at least one American League team some respect. Anthony also says, I noticed this with sports in general. It seems like baseball, the National League is deeper. In the NBA, the West is the best conference. In the NHL, the West is the best. The NFL, the AFC. Yeah. No, I agree with that. Because you look at how jam-packed the Western Conference is in the NBA, and then you compare it to the Eastern Conference. I mean, the Eastern Conference is top-heavy. Western Conference is deep, even going into the play-in. But, yeah, and then NHL, obviously I'm not super knowledgeable on the NHL, but I got you there. And then the AFC, of course, with all the good teams there. So yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that point. All right, so we are going to take our final break of the show now, and then when we come back, we are going to do more rankings. This time, back to the power rankings post free agency. So today we will be ranking the teams in the NFC South. So I will rank them how they are currently post free agency. So for one final time today, make sure to stick around, and we'll be right back here on the GSMC Sports Podcast.